All right, good afternoon, everybody. Late in the day, kind of questions and answer session. Your favorite beverage. What's today's topic? I broke my welding helmet. I had this one for a very long time. It worked great. It's kind of an off-brand, auto darkening. Gives you that green kind of a glass, you know, in here. And it's been a damn good helmet, okay? And then I thought, well, it's time to get a new one. Now, in that last video that I did, it's been a while back, I told you about Speed Glass, and that's a fantastic welding helmet, but I don't weld every day, like production welding or just welding every day. I'm a DIY or home hobbyist, so I didn't want to spend $300 or $400 on a welding helmet. So then, like in the video, I said, hey, the next helmet I get, I'm going to get that Lincoln Viking. Now, Lincoln makes outstanding products, especially their MIG wire. They've got one of the highest quality control standards in the industry, so not going to take anything away from Lincoln, but they didn't have one, and I wanted to get one now before the weekend. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try. So I stopped and I picked up this one right here, the ArcSafe from Vulcan. And we're going to go ahead and try it out, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, and I'm going to answer questions and answers. So I'm going to take it out of the box. Unboxing is kind of boring. I'm going to show you a few slides right now from Harbor Freight about this helmet. I'll come back. I'll tell you how I set it up, what to look out for, and how I set it, and let's give it a whirl. See you in just a sec. Okay, and I'm going to show you down in here, right here. You take these two and you separate these, and then this comes out, this whole piece. Real easy. And when you put it back in, this top part with the tabs goes in, and you kind of clip it down. But anyway, right here. So let me show you. Now, the lens part of this right here, you just push up on these, and this thing pops right out, just like this. When you have this piece out, there's some tabs here, and this thing just pops out, just like this, okay? Now you got this, and this is where all your dials and everything is right here, and right here is where the battery goes. So, battery comes separate. It's kind of got a little corrugated face and a flat face. So, flat face up, just like this, and you push it right on in there. It sits nice and flush. Now you're going to put this back inside of the holder. All right, so here's the holder. And the tabs right here, you're going to see are towards the front. There's tabs here and here. So it's just going to slide back in under those tabs, and you just push on this, gently, of course. All right, it's back in there. Now, it's got the protective film on it, of course. So I haven't taken that off yet. So let's get the helmet again. And you can see the prongs are here. And it's going to go up, it's going to slide in, and then these tabs right here, they come back over, and that secures this whole piece into the helmet. Okay, here it is. You set it in there, slide these tabs over, just like this, and there you go. Caution, you're going to get your fingers all over this, so you're going to want to leave this protective film on until you're done. Same thing on the outside. Otherwise, you know, you got to clean it off with a cloth. But there it is. It's ready to go. Okay, folks, so we'll start the question and answer part of this. So the first thing was I did pick up the Chicago Electric one, and I was going to buy it because they were sitting there in the store saying, man, they can't beat the price on this. It works great, all this stuff. Well, what I found is that auto darkening is not very fast, so you can get flashed real easy. You know, my thought is, look, these are your eyes, protect them, take care of them. So, like I said, I would have either went with that Lincoln Viking, or I would have went with this one, the Vulcan, which is the one I went ahead and I ended up picking up. So, I just wasn't really that impressed with the Chicago Electric one at all, and thought, look, you know, it's just better safe than anything. I chose this one. Yet. Now, it comes with an instruction manual, and it also comes with 2 other lenses. So I'm anticipating I won't need it for quite a while, if ever, you know, with this helmet. So if I have to, I'll look around and I'll find something that'll work. Another comment somebody made is be careful with the inside part of the lens cover because it can scratch easy. Yeah, I'm careful with my welding helmets, period. I mean, I try to not damage them, I guess, and roughhouse them and throw them around. So, you know, I take care of things. So hopefully I won't have that problem, to answer your question. On the Chicago Electric one, yeah, the battery is sealed into it. So when it fails, I mean, basically, you know, the helmet's no good. On this one, like I showed you earlier, it's easy to swap out the battery when you have to. Now, one big complaint that people made, and I'll tell you what the fix is they said, well, you know, if you're bent over and you're welding and you drip sweat, it can get down into that little battery chamber and cause you problems. Okay, I work in the medical field on a full-time job. We use a material called ArcSafe for covering wounds and stuff. It's a real thin, kind of see-through kind of a film. You can get it at any drugstore, pretty much anywhere. I took and just put a small piece right over that, so I don't worry if I drip sweat on it. And the ArcSafe is easy to remove, and if there's any stickiness on there, which, because like I said, there usually is not, but if there is, an alcohol pad will get it off. Should you have to do that? No. Is it an easy fix? Yes, it is, and it's a damn good helmet, and I wouldn't let that stop me from buying it. So the people that gave this thing 1 and 2 stars because of the sweat dripping onto that, I don't really, you know, you need to think your way out of it. I mean, that doesn't make it a bad helmet, so I disagree. The Chicago Electric one, it's 1/25,000th of a second. No, it's not. It's more like 1/4 of a second, which is too long. Your eyes are going to get flashed, and if you use this to any degree, I don't. I'm a DIYer, but still, I want to protect my eyes. If you think about it, you have one set of eyes, you know, for your life, so take care of them, and don't take the cheapest route, you know. I mean, if you've got something like this, where it says, this one in particular says 1/25,000th of a second, yes, I do believe that. It is lightning quick. You know, as opposed to the Chicago Electric, which is like 1/4 of a second. It's too long. You're going to get flashed every time. Okay, so let's talk about cost for a minute. If you take a look and you said, well, this helmet right here runs $170, let's just use round numbers, and you subtract off the 20% discount, that drops it to $136. And somebody said, well, the black one, you're not paying, you know, $20 more. It's $149. You're paying $20 more because, you know, of, you know, the fancy paint job on the helmet. Yeah, that's true. And if you don't need it, the black one is equally as good as this one. The only difference, and the reason why this says new, is because it has the paint job on it, the flames. So what I would tell you is when I was out at the store, they had a return, and I asked the assistant manager out there, you know, what's wrong with it? They said, you know, nothing that they knew about, and it had been open. So they knocked off $10. So I figured, well, then I'm paying really, along with the discount, I'm only paying $10 more, you know, for the one with the flames. What the heck? So I went ahead and got the one with the flames. But my point is if you feel paying $20 more for the flame paint job, then don't do it. Just buy the black one. It's the exact same helmet without the paint. Well, there are things that I like about it. One, replaceable battery, replaceable lenses, both front and back, because when I looked, I mean, you can get replaceable lenses for it. It's kind of like with everything else. I mean, you know, how do you know, that you're going to get one that's good and it works? Take it apart while you're out at the store, put the battery in it like you saw at the beginning of the video, look up towards the sun and play around with it, make sure that it's working correctly. That's the easiest thing, and I do that with a lot of Harbor Freight stuff. I really like, besides the viewing window, how fast the auto darkening is, and I like the fact that it's lightweight, and it does feel real durable, and I like the headgear. Let me show you the headgear real quick. We'll come right back. Okay, so here's the headgear, and I'm going to leave it up here for a little bit. You have a little bit of adjustment going, forward and backward, and the headgear here has got this nice little padding on the back of it. It's got the ratcheting kind of headband strap that most of them do, and you've got the ones on the side, that, for flipping it down, flipping it up. I think the headset's well constructed on the Vulcan, and I like it. It's very comfortable, and you've even got the front pad, besides that back pad. What do I think of the clarity? I think the I like the optical clarity too. I like the adjustable tensioning on this. You got full front padding, like I said. You got that rear padding. You got the ratcheting headband I like, and the dual head straps. I mean, I don't know. All in all, I think, like I said, as far as The question relating to the internal part and the head strapping, do I think it's durable and is it comfortable? Yes, all the way around. I think you have a lot of adjustment on it and it's very comfortable to wear. Well, it's 10.1 inch square. I mean, you know, your viewing area, which I really like. It gives you a lot of viewing area when you're welding. It's nice. And it doesn't have that greenish kind of tint like my old one did. It's more clear, I guess you could say. Can I explain the auto darkening? Okay, what happens is when this thing switches from light to dark for welding, you don't get that flash up into your eyes that can be annoying or damaging. Now, on that Chicago Electric one, that switch speed, let's say, is too long, and that's what creates that flash, and it really starts, it could burn your eyes after a while. But the switch speed, let's call it, on this Vulcan is, I do believe, it's probably is 1/25,000th of a second. I mean, it is boom, and it's there. So that's what I meant by the switch speed. Now, another tip I would tell you above and beyond talking about the helmet for a minute is a lot of people that weld, I mean, use junk wire, I guess. Now, I buy from Radnor and I buy from Lincoln, and there are other good brands out there, but like I said earlier, Lincoln has one of the highest quality control standards in the industry, especially when it comes to MIG wire. And I like their MIG wire. And sometimes I use the Super Arc. Now, why would I use that? It's in another video, but I'm just saying, use good quality wire. These things, all these little tips go hand in hand. Sometimes it's not you that's a bad welder, you're just doing things incorrectly. One of the things is get good MIG wire. Okay, so there wasn't like a whole bunch of questions on this. I mean, I think it's a good helmet. I hope that the battery lasts. If it doesn't, I'll get another battery. And this thing works great. So the other one, that Chicago Electric, if the battery goes out on you in 4 months, the helmet's shot because it's embedded into the actual helmet itself. So I like the idea of the replaceable battery. Great head strapping on this. Nice viewing optically. I mean, that you're going to really enjoy the view field in this. So all in all, I give this a 2 thumbs up. I'm glad that I bought it. So I'm the home handyman. If you know of something better and a better deal, drop it in the comment below. I hope you click subscribe. I hope you keep following me. This is food for thought. Take a look at this and remember, buy a little piece of opsite. It's like $1 or $1.20 or something. And you can cut it and you use a strip and that protects it from any sweat or any liquid, you know, getting down in and around that battery casing. Easy to take off, easy to replace. There you go. There's your fix. And like I said, it certainly doesn't warrant a 1 and a 2 star. I mean, it's like, give me a break. I mean, like I said, you shouldn't have to do this stuff, but sometimes a little modification is not going to hurt anything. You folks have a great day, and I'm going to see you again soon. Keep following me. We're going to do a few projects coming up. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye-bye.